Welcome to Section 2 of Getting Started. This section, we will cover the basics of scheduling a party to launch your new business. It's the fastest, easiest, and most economical way of making as many people in your life as possible know about your new business. Plus, it's fun and it's a great interactive way to get started. So what's the advantage of doing a launch? First, it earns you money. It's a great thing. So it can pay back your kit investment very quickly and usually in the business launch itself. Host rewards, even though you are the consultant, you're also the host. So any host rewards that are generated from the sales that you do at your party are yours to keep. It certainly starts building your customer base as you get more people to experience and see what Pink Zebra products are all about and certainly what your business is all about. And no question, it will build your confidence with getting your first party out of the way and behind you, and you're doing it in front of friends. So it just makes sense to enjoy the riches of a business like this and expose as many people as you can to these amazing products, earning you money and rewards, no question. So stop this recording for a quick second and pull out your calendar. Look 2 weeks ahead and ask yourself, what is the best day of the week for me to hold this party? Consider things going on in your community, your school, or sports before picking your date. Do not procrastinate on this one and say, I'll do it tomorrow. It is a proven stat that consultants that schedule their launch without delay have a greater success rate than those that wait. So what's stopping you? You're excited about the products. You know enough about the products to get started, and now it's time to make some money. Your kit contains a blend bash, which is our DIY blending party, and it is the most exciting party idea in the party plan business, I think, for decades to ever launch. Our DIY blending parties are fun, interactive, and successful, like really successful. The average blend bash is $680, which will earn you about $160 for one simple, easy party. So work at that consistently, getting 10 guests there, and your averages will absolutely go higher as you get more confident and more comfortable, especially when you do a few more parties and get some experience behind you. The whole idea behind Blend Bash began with input from our customers and our consultants, our hosts, of course, that they wanted a more interactive, less presentation, and more fun type of party. What makes it so unique is the Bash Box, which is a party supplies box that your guests will pre-purchase before the party. It ships directly to their home, and they bring it to the party, which gets those guests there. We'll talk more about that in a bit. So we're going to discuss two ways to do your launch party. So let's explore both. Method number one, you schedule your launch, of course, 2 weeks out. So hopefully you have your date on the calendar. You set up an order in your back office for a blend bash from one of the 7 themes offered. As you personally connect with guests, have them pre-purchase the bash box to attend your DIY blending party. It's basically a small party in a box that they can bring and blend. Those that do can certainly blend at the party and have that experience. The bash box itself is a better value when pre-purchasing. It includes 3 one-ounce samples and a Go card. It has free shipping on it and anything that's added to the order. Guests will be offered a one-time deal to purchase a simmer pot at an $8 savings, and then they will go home with their own custom blended sprinkles. So this method really more emulates what guests will experience when they host their own blend bash that they book from your party. Method number 2, you schedule your launch 2 weeks out, just like normal, but you're going to use your business kit for your launch party. Guests can go home with their own custom blended sprinkles from your business kit with the supplied blending bags that come as part of your kit. Method number 1, the advantage, if we compare both of these methods, method number 1, you're actually accumulating what we call SV, sales value, for the pre-sale of up to 10 bash boxes. If all 10 are pre-sold, you'll be almost halfway to earning the first level of Quick Start. Additional sales that you generate at the party, of course, whether it's some of the warming products or additional sprinkles, will help you to reach or exceed Quick Start Level 1. Higher attendance at the parties because people that pre-purchase the bash box come. It just means more booking opportunities and more sales. Your guests get it, meaning they will understand the value of pre-selling the bash boxes to their friends when they book their blend bash from your party. You will earn more host rewards, of course, with more SV because you have more guests. And you use your sprinkles from your business kit for sampling to guests that did not attend. So that business kit becomes a resource for you that you can share the product with others that weren't able to be there. The second method, where you're actually using your business kit, you're not earning SV on the sale of the blending bags, which are $9 each, but you are able to keep the amount paid for each bag. Practice makes perfect, of course, so anytime you party, you are learning. Booking more blend bashes is the goal at every party. Guests are not pre-purchasing the bash box, which may affect your attendance. Guests cannot pre-purchase a simmer pot at the discount either. So let's talk about the bash box. Really, let's present the bash box because it is amazing. It is the savior of parties, seriously. Who is going to pre-purchase this great box containing those 3 1-ounce samples of sprinkles that we mentioned, a Go card, plus 3 empty blending bags that they bring to the party to fill, and they're going to show up. I will tell you, who would not if they pre-purchase this box? That would be no one. So the bash box is valued at $37 in the U.S. and sells for $28 in the U.S. and $32.50 in Canada. Plus, there's no additional shipping charges in the U.S., and anything your guest might want to add to the order is free to ship as they buy that simmer pot for just $20, which is an $8 savings. So your guests are going to go to pre-order the bash box through a party link that you're going to send. They're going to pick the bash box that they want, and then they're going to be offered that simmer pot for $20. This offer is only available to those that pre-purchase the bash box. In my opinion, it is genius. By pre-selling bash boxes, you pretty much guarantee that every person is going to show up. Everything is better because guests are pre-purchasing their simple supplies kit for this awesome blending party, your sales, your income, and your rewards. Every host that's ever had a party where she thought 10 friends were showing up and only 2 did is going to love you for sharing this blend bash idea. We have a ton of stats to prove us right. It works. So let's explore a great tool for you to use as you plan your launch and learn how to use this resource for your future bookings. The host planning guide is in the back office under Blend Bash. Print it out for yourself and email or message a copy of it to your host, or include it in any of your host packets if you're actually handing packets out. The first page explains how the Blend Bash and the Bash box work together, and it saves you time in coaching your host. Be sure that she's had time to review it before your coaching call. Because we're talking about your launch, you review it so you know the program. Page 2 lays out the rewards for hosting a party with Pink Zebra, and do not ever assume that every host you book will know what they receive for free and at a discount. Make sure you cover it. And then did you know that every $500 party that you settle provides a free day of childcare to a single mom? Well, it does through our Heroes program. Let your guests know that their purchases matter and future hosts know their parties matter. So trying to figure out who to invite to your launch? Spread your net far and wide. Use page 3 of the guide to form your potential guest list, just like you would expect your future host to do. You will want to personally contact those that you are most excited about being there and will be open to the idea of pre-purchasing their supplies box, which also is known as the bash box, before the party for just the $28 or $32.50 in Canada. They will be your best guests. Plus, they can brag to the others about their cool box. Remember, you have 10 to sell, so quantities are limited. Work the supply and demand angle. Take a look at the bottom right corner. Proceeds from the sale of our Hope Collection benefits Autism Speaks, which is a nationwide organization serving the needs of families with autism, which is a growing population, unfortunately. We are proud of our partnership with Autism Speaks and have raised over $100,000 in the last year. Finally, our last page of the guide, which is so key. This is your visual and later your hosts at filling the blending table with guests that have pre-purchased the bash box. As guests commit to the pre-purchase option, fill their names in. You have until 7 days before the Blend Bash party date to pre-sell the boxes, which is why we require scheduling Blend Bashes at least 2 weeks in advance. If all 10 are not pre-sold, there will be a balance due, which can be made up with selling the remainder of those bags at the party. Each bash box counts the amount due down by $26. So if you sell all 10, no balance is due, or $32.50 each in Canada. The last page of the host planning guide is key. This is your host visual for filling that table. It sets a specific goal in front of your host and you, of course, and it's easy for you to ask down the road as future parties are booked, how full is your blending table so far? It's important to stay in touch with your host during this stage so you can be sure the 10 bash boxes are being pre-sold. Remember, it secures those guests in attending, and it pretty much eliminates cancellations because your host wasn't confident about who was going to show. We know we're talking about your launch here, and you're not going to cancel it, but all that you are learning now as a host and a consultant during your launch will help when you are coaching your future hosts and how to make this blending party a success. Read the 3 bullet points. Make sure your host and you are confident about this part of the process. If you selected method 1 to launch your business, meaning that you ordered the blend bash instead of using your kit for your launch, you have some extra product and blending bags that you can use from your kit, which means you could use those kit blending bags either as a gift to those guests attending, like suggested here, or an extra bag for anyone that books at your party. You are the boss, remember, so work smart and build business from every party that you do. This brings Section 2 to a close. In Section 3, we'll discuss your Quick Start rewards, share some resources, and give you a few important to-dos.